So we are doing example 3. We are finding the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. Before we find the determinant, what we're going to do is we're going to first take a look at the definition of the determinant of a square matrix. And so we are told how to find the determinant of a square matrix. We are told to find the determinant of a square matrix, all you need to do is find the sum of the entries in any row or column of a multiplied by their respective cofactors. Okay, so to summarize, to find the determinant of a square matrix, choose a row or a column, whichever you think you want to use. Find the product of each entry with its cofactor, and then find the sum of those products. And they give you an example, and the example that they give you, they are using row 1. Please be aware, you can choose any row or any column that you please. So now that we know how to find the determinant of a square matrix, let's do that. We are doing example 3 right now. We're finding the determinant of the matrix for which we already found all the minors and the cofactors. When you find the determinant of a matrix, your goal is to be efficient, to do as little work as possible. So how would you be efficient? Well, you'd be efficient if you chose either the row or the column that contains the most zeros. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to find the determinant of matrix A in 4 different ways. So here we go. Determinant of the matrix A. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use row 1. I'm going to use row 1 because one of its entries is 0. And I'm going to write down exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to find the product of the entry row 1, 1 and its cofactor, and I'm going to add it to the product of the entry row 1, column 2 and its cofactor, and I'm going to add that to the product of the entry in row 1, column 3 and its cofactor. So we have 0 times C11 is -1, so 0 times -1 plus A12, so 2 times its cofactor is 5, so 2 times 5, plus the entry in the first row, third column, 1 times its cofactor, which is 4, so plus 1 times 4. This is equal to 0 plus 10 plus 4, which is 14. Like I said, the definition allows me to use any row or any column. Another good choice would be to use row 3. So let's use row 3 and see what happens then. So the determinant of the matrix A, we write down what we're going to do. A31 times its cofactor plus A32 times its cofactor plus A33 times its cofactor. Guess what answer we're going to get? Well, it's matrix A. Its determinant better be the same no matter which row or which column we're using. So let's do this. The entry is 4, its cofactor is 5, 4 times 5 plus. The entry is 0, its cofactor is 3 plus 0 times 3 plus. The entry is 1, its cofactor is -6, 1 times -6. This is 20 plus 0 plus -6. Once more, we get 14. Now I said I was going to use 2 columns. I'm going to use 2 columns. I'm just going to use 1 column. I think that I've made my point already, but I want you to see that even if I use a column, I still get the same answer. What am I going to use? I'm going to use column number 2. So I'm going to use the second column, 2, -1 and 0. Again, if you have columns or rows that contain zeros, you want to use those. So let's do that. Second column, so we're going to use the row, or the entry in the first row, second column times its cofactor plus the entry in the second row, second column times its cofactor plus the entry in the third row, second column times its cofactor. Let's see what we got. We got 2 times, let's find it, 2 times 5, 2 times 5, 2 times 5, plus -1 times -4. Let's show that that is so. Entry, second row, second column, its cofactor. So -1 times -4 plus 0. Do I even need to find its cofactor? No. So 0 times 3. So plus 0 times 3. Once more, what do we get? 10 plus 4, which is 14. So, like the definition tells you, you can choose any row or any column that you please to find the determinant. You notice I found the determinant in 3 different ways, and I ended up with the same answer. For homework, please don't find the determinant in 3 different ways. Choose a row and find the determinant using that row, or choose a column and find the determinant using that column. Be smart, do the least amount of work possible.